Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. We're going to be talking about something really interesting today.
Oh, yeah.
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 It's kind of like a success story, but also...
A mystery.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
We're going to be looking at Eritrean entrepreneurship in Uganda.
Okay.
So we saw this news article about a conference they're having, and it's all about celebrating like what they've achieved there.
Cool.
But the thing is that Eritreans are making a huge impact on the Ugandan economy. Like
huge.
Yeah, billions of dollars.
Oh, wow.
But back home in Eritrea, the situation is, well, completely different.
I see. So like a tale of two
Yeah.
economies.
So that's kind of what we want to dig into today. Like, what can we learn from this whole situation?
Right. What's going on over there?
Okay, so this conference, the second Eritrean Diaspora Investment Conference,
Okay.
it's happening December 21st in Kampala.
All right.
And there's some pretty big names going to be there, like Prime Minister Nabanja, Ambassador Ahmed, and Advisor Walusimbi.
So they're really taking this seriously.
Oh, yeah. And the theme is unity through diversity.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty fitting, right?
For sure.
What do you think is the main message they're trying to get across with this conference?
Well, it seems like it's more than just a business thing. You know, I think it's about showing how Uganda has created this space where people from different backgrounds can come together, you know, both culturally and, you know, on the business side of things.
Yeah, and it seems like it's been working really well.
Oh, yeah.
The article says there are over 240,000 Eritreans in Uganda.
Wow.
And get this, a quarter of them are entrepreneurs.
That's a lot.
Or innovators. So, like, they're not just working for other people, they're starting their own businesses, you know?
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. And they're contributing something like $3 billion to the Ugandan economy.
So they're making a real difference.
Exactly. So what do you think? What's allowing them to be so successful in Uganda when things are so different back in Eritrea?
Well, Uganda seems to be doing a lot of things right.
Like what?
Well, they've been working on attracting foreign investment for a while now. So they've made it easier to register businesses, open up industries to people from other countries, and focused on improving infrastructure. And I think that, along with the fact that it's a relatively stable country, makes it attractive to entrepreneurs.
Makes sense. And the article mentions a couple of these Eritrean entrepreneurs, like Kiznet Tedros. She runs a textile company.
Okay.
And Kidane Kebrohawariat Habtesalesi. He's a big investor.
Yeah.
And they both talk about how important it is to work together, not just with other Eritreans, but like with the Ugandan government too.
Yeah, I think their perspective is interesting because they're actually living it. You know, they're showing that when you have a supportive system, people can really thrive.
Right. But it does make you wonder what Eritrea could learn from this whole situation.
Totally.
Because the situation in Eritrea is just, well, complicated.
It's a different story altogether.
The article mentions these strict economic policies. What does that even mean?
Yeah, so basically the government in Eritrea has a lot of control over the economy.
Oh.
They have this national service program that can go on indefinitely, which obviously limits people's economic freedom, you know. They also have a lot of restrictions on things like foreign investment and private businesses, so it's really hard for new businesses to like start up and grow.
Oh, wow.
And then on top of that, you've got all these conflicts going on and international sanctions, so it's like this combination of things makes it really tough.
So it's not just one thing, it's
like a whole web of challenges, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the article also mentions that Eritrean entrepreneurs are doing well in other countries too, like South Sudan and Angola.
That's interesting.
So it's not like Eritrean people aren't capable or anything like that. It's just...
It really highlights the importance of the environment, doesn't it?
Yeah, so going back to this conference in Kampala, I feel like it could be a good example for Eritrea, you know?
Definitely.
Shows what can happen when you create a more inclusive system.
I think that's a really good point. I mean, imagine what could happen in Eritrea if they made some changes, like making it easier to do business, relaxing those restrictions, you know, and even reaching out to their diaspora like Uganda did.
Right. Like Uganda is benefiting so much from all this Eritrean talent and innovation. So if Eritrea could create something similar...
The possibilities are huge.
Yeah.
It really gets you thinking, doesn't it? About how countries can develop their economies and how important it is to be open to different cultures.
It's a pretty amazing story, really.
It is.
It just goes to show how resilient and resourceful Eritreans are. But it also shows that things need to change back home.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest takeaway for me, you know.
Totally.
Hopefully this story makes people think about the things that can help or hurt economic growth and how important it is to create a society where everyone can succeed no matter where they come from.
That's a great point to end on.
Yeah, some food for thought.
For sure.
All right, thanks for joining us at the Deep Dive. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.